So, welcome to another vlog. Today we are driving this Honda Mevilio 2015. It was in competition to Ertiga earlier, but now it has been discontinued. The car looks long enough. It's about 4.4 meters long, approximately. So, it's decently long. Wheels also look nice, but they are not an alloy. These are the tail lights of the car, which look nice, but they are halogen. These are also halogen. These are also halogen indicators. All as halogen. Here is the Honda logo. Here is the Ivitec badging. Mevilio S variant. So there is no space to walk over there. Walk from there, this side only. So this is how the car looks. Let's give it a wide angle. Okay, let's start with the boot. Okay, so this is the key of the car. This is to lock the car. This is to unlock the car. But this button also unlocks the boot. There is no dedicated button for the boot. Okay, so boot is heavy enough with hydraulic struts. So the boot is 223 liters, but is all occupied by the CNG cylinder, which is aftermarket, not comes with the car. There is a space here too. It is not accessible currently. Let me try. Okay, so there is a little space to keep stuff. No, there is no scuffing space here. This is how the car looks. This is the exhaust pipe, no fake stuff. And a little nice finish. Let's shut this. Handle to shut this. So this fuel lid opens from inside. These ORVMs are not auto folding, but are electrically adjustable from inside the car. This is how the car looks from the front. A very huge chrome lining going on throughout the grille. This is the grille, which is decent sized Honda logo. This is the bumper, which has a nice treatment. Okay, so here are the wheels of the car, which are of decent size, with 185/65 R15 15 inches steel wheels. Well, I didn't find the spare wheel of this car. I think it's stuck below. Yes, it is below. So I currently cannot access the size of spare wheel, but let's see how the engine looks. Okay, so it's currently hot enough, but it looks nice. It is a Honda Ivitec engine, 1.5 liter, with a displacement of 1500 cc almost, for 1497 cc something. Here where the washer fluid goes. This is how the engine looks. The engine is decently sized. Okay, so there are 3 rows. So today we have to do a little more work. First, let's check the space in 3rd row. Okay, so let's check the space in rear. This is the middle row of the car, which has decent space, but it's a one-hand function. It folds in 60-40 split. Let's get back in. Okay, I always hated to be seated in the last row of the car, whether it is a Innova or any other car. Okay, so the knees are very high. Legroom is not enough because knees are very high, so knee room kind of gets enough. Okay, but look at this. How can I sit like this on a long journey? I cannot sit like this. Even the biggest cars in the world should not give third row seats because they are of no use. Headroom, my head is almost touching and I am 5'8". Okay, headroom is not enough. AC vents at the rear only in the second row, and they kind of do the work for the third row also. But the Honda has provided quite a practicality. Cup holder on both sides to keep your small phone. Okay, cushions, seat belts. Okay, so there are 2 seat belts and both are here. So nice touch. Now let's get out. I think my brother kept me locked there. Thank you. Let's keep this back. Okay, so it can be reclined. Can be reclined to a certain extent, but then what is the use of third row? Third row seat can also be reclined. From here, so these are already reclined to a quite an angle. Adjustable headrest for the adjustable headrest for the third seat also. Reading lamp. Reading lamp. See vents. Three people can easily sit because the floor is flat. Here the weird things comes. There are adjustable headrests for the second row passengers, adjustable headrests for the third row passengers, but no adjustable headrests for the front row passengers, the driver and the co-driver. Sad. This is how the interior of the car looks. Looks decent enough as it is also quite aged, and this car has been discontinued. In 2015 itself, that was the last model year of this car. Let's check the second row space. So the handles are body colored and there is no major use of chrome, only in the front, and A pillar, B pillar all are finished in black. Rain visors are finished in black. Rear also, the use of chrome is very less, which is kind of okay also because sometimes it looks too much. Here is the third seat. The scooped out seat backs. Nice treatment here, which was opted as an accessory. Power windows, which are not one touch up down. Large enough door pockets. So the second row seat is quite comfortable. Okay, so this is adjusted according to me. Let's adjust that also, then see. Okay, so now that this is also has been adjusted according to my height, and there is enough of leg room, enough of knee room, scooped out seat backs, no adjustable headrest for the co-driver as well as the driver. And this car, they are the unlucky person, not the behind ones. Seat belts are not height adjustable. Windows are large enough as it's a 7-seater, so काफी large है. The quality looks decent. It's not very good, but it doesn't feel cheap at all. So very nice space. Okay, so in the second row, the headroom is quite enough. The headroom is good enough for a height of 5'8", and a little more also can easily be adjusted. Okay, so good back support, headrest, and thigh support is also good because there is a lot of legroom, so you can easily rest your thighs here. This second row seat is kind of best till now. Let's see how it gets in front. Rear defogger, high mounted stop lamp, and from back also This car looks nice. It doesn't feel like a copy of any other car. Like some other cars in the segment feel that they have derived some features from other cars. This is how the front looks. The front door pockets are decently sized. Okay, so I don't know whether the 1 liter water bottle can easily fit in or not, because this is extended till here. So we will test that later. These are the controls for power windows. This is for child safety control. This is to adjust the ORVMs. So the car is now currently turned off. Okay. So driver's side window is one touch auto up down. Okay, so now we are in the driver's seat of the car. So the driver's seat comfort is also nice. So we have to check two things first. Let's start the car. So the car is neutral. Let's check. See, these are electrically adjustable, and okay, so the window is not one touch up. We have to keep it pressed, and it's only one touch down. So decent enough. This is also in Hyundai cars. Headlight leveling switch. That is to open the hood of the car. Okay, so there is a proper dead pedal there. I will not say proper, but okay, there is a dead pedal. This cover is aftermarket. This is how the steering of the car looks. The steering is decently light, and we'll check the higher speed stabilities of this car later when we will drive the car. This is how this MID looks. Tachometer, speedometer, and functions for, and this is a small screen, special screen for warning lights. Okay, that is cool. These are for India hazard light switch. Okay, so this trip meter. Okay, so this trip meter has only very few functions. It is currently showing my average, mileage, total kilometers of the car, and only one trip meter. There is the fuel meter. Okay, now let's keep it on mileage. Let's check how much mileage you extract. So there is also a thing here. When I will drive the car, I will show you. When we drive smoothly and eco-friendly, here eco light comes on, and currently the car is started idle, so the eco light is not coming on because we are wasting fuel. This is how the center console of the car looks. Okay, let's shut this. See, I will not say it look good. It doesn't look good at all, because okay, the system is fair enough. Has decent amount of settings to set the audio and all, FM, AM, USB and aux. No Bluetooth connectivity. It is a old car, of course. This is for the hazard light switch. Currently it's on. These are for the AC controls. Okay, so the AC works quite fine even at the speed of 1 or 2. This is for the rear defogger. It is to set the cooling of AC. This is for various functions. Okay, normal AC thing. And here is a cubby space to keep phones. Here is a 12V charging socket. Okay, so here it is aftermarket. The CNG is aftermarket. 2 cup holders, gear lever, which doesn't look good at all, to be honest. But let's check how it is to shift. This is the handbrake of the car. High on life. So there is a rear bottle holder also. 3 passengers can easily be sit in. I already told you. Glove box. Okay, the glove box is quite small. I don't know why. 2 AC vents here, 2 AC vents there. So nothing to talk as such, because this car is also discontinued and the interior also looks very old school. I don't know this looks cool or not, because a big speedometer, small tachometer, kind of i10 thing, but in a different manner. The three circles are made there. Okay. So the seat has also a height adjustment. This is for recline angle, and here is a lever to push it back. So whatever there was to talk, we have talked. Let's start driving and see how it is to drive.